The Modern Warfare beta is right around the corner at this point, with the PlayStation 4 exclusive weekend just over a week away, and the open crossplay weekend coming 7 days after that. So in the next few weeks, we are going to be able to experience Modern Warfare more than ever before, and on a much larger scale than ever before too. Obviously, the 2v2 gunfight beta gave us a little taste of the game. It was an appetizer, if you will. But the main course is definitely going to fall with the beta, and eventually the main game later on in October. But as of now, we are really just playing the waiting game, and in this downtime we're currently experiencing, a lot of teasers and leaks and various things of that nature have come out. And when I say some leaks have come out, I mean some serious leaks have come out. We're talking the nuke, the end-all be-all streak in the game, has had a ton of information leaked on it. And aside from that, we've got more intel on how weapons and camos will function, more intel on the rumored Battle Royale mode, and even more spicy things like that. So today we're taking a look at some of the latest and greatest Modern Warfare leaks that have surfaced recently. But before we jump into all of that, if you are new here, we are going to be covering a ton of Modern Warfare stuff in the near future, so if you do want to stay up to date with everything going on, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know whenever a new video goes live. And of course, if you do enjoy this one, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it would be much appreciated. And now, let's get into the leaks. So to preface all of this info, most of what we have here today is coming from the Gaming Revolution over on Twitter. So with that, you can find his Twitter linked down below if you would like to go and check him out. TGR has been batting pretty much 1,000 with his MW leaks up until this point, so there's really no reason not to believe what we are covering here today. But at the end of the day, these are just leaks, so definitely take everything with a grain of salt, as nothing is 100% confirmed unless a dev says something or Activision says something directly. Anyways, the first major leak that we have here today pertains to Battle Royale, a mode that has not been confirmed to be in the game, but it also has not been confirmed that it is not in the game. However, according to the Gaming Revolution, Battle Royale is 100% a thing. Infinity Ward and/or Raven, whoever is leading the project, says that they really think it's going to stand out from the other Battle Royale games out there right now. And coinciding with this, during a podcast that Game Informer held with Infinity Ward, the topic of Battle Royale being in MW was brought up, and Infinity Ward essentially reiterated that they really enjoy the Battle Royale genre as a whole, and that with Modern Warfare, there is a ton of content for players to experience, and some of that content is just simply too big to fit in the box. AKA, Battle Royale is too big to fit in the box, aka Battle Royale could be coming as a post-launch content edition, which we have talked about here on the channel previously, so that is pretty exciting there. We also got some intel on another DLC item coming to the game apparently, that being DLC field upgrades. So aside from maps and the standard DLC weapons that we've come to expect to see post-launch, field upgrades will also be coming to the game after it officially releases, so that is pretty cool as well. Now the biggest of the leaks here today is, without a doubt, the ones pertaining to the kill streaks, and more specifically the nuke, as that is easily something that attracts a ton of attention when it is brought into the conversation. Now we saw back in August during the multiplayer reveal event that the nuke is going to be in the game, no doubt, as it was featured at the very end of the multiplayer trailer, dropping onto a map delivering devastating damage to the area nearby. But even though we know that the nuke is going to be in the game, up until now we really haven't heard much talk of it otherwise. Obviously there was the whole multiplayer capture event that a ton of YouTubers went to, and no one was able to get the nuke, so we are really in the dark as to what it's going to behave like in game. But TGR has the intel here as well. With kill streaks in general, he said that there's currently 3 to 4 more streaks that have yet to be revealed. Currently we know of the personal radar, the counter UAV, the regular UAV, the care package, the cluster strikes, the cruise missile, the precision airstrike, the wheels on, the infantry assault vehicle, the emergency airdrop, the VTOL jet, the chopper gunner, the white phosphorus, the support helo, the gunship, the advanced UAV, and the juggernaut kill streaks, which in and of itself is a pretty extensive list. And we know for a fact that more new streaks will be revealed in the beta, and then later on in the full game too. So maybe we get 2 new streaks during the beta and 2 others at launch, or maybe even more than that. But we do know that more streaks are coming for sure. Now back onto the topic of the nuke in specific, Joel Emsley actually revealed that the nuke was in the build that all the YouTubers were playing at that reveal event, but quote, "No one figured it out yet," end quote. That phrasing there is awfully peculiar to me. No one figured it out yet. Typically, the nuke is something you earn in Call of Duty, so I feel like if this was a normal nuke, then Joel would have simply said, "No one earned it yet." So maybe there is more to the nuke this year than we originally thought. In fact, there is more to the nuke this year according to the Gaming Revolution, as he said the nuke will be a 30-gun streak, and that previously it was a 25 streak, so there's that, but the intel doesn't stop there. He also hints at the fact that there is going to be more than one nuke available to earn, or I guess in the words of Joel Emsley, more than one nuke to figure out, and on top of that, TGR also claims that a nuke in the game is a game-ending streak, much like what we saw back in Modern Warfare 2. So here's my thinking. The nuke is something we have to quote-unquote figure out, right? So perhaps there's something special we need to do in order to actually activate it in the first place. Not necessarily something along the lines of pressing up twice, then down once, then B, A, start and back, but maybe the nuke only activates if you're using a certain class with certain perks, or maybe no perks, or maybe the nuke requires something like that in order to actually be achieved. Then, in addition to that, the idea of multiple nukes is awfully interesting and kind of leads me to believe that there will maybe be a nuke that completely ends the game, just like the MW2 nuke, and there will also be a nuke variant that simply wipes out the enemy team, like the Moab or the Chem Strike or the DNA bomb, and you can simply choose between the two depending on how dominant you want to be in game. Of course, some people like to go for multiple nukes in just one game, others are just satisfied with one nuke in general, so nuke variants could certainly be a very interesting addition to the game, and I for one am honestly really excited to learn more about the streak in general. I assume if it was in the build that was at the multiplayer reveal event, it is also going to be in the beta build, and if that's the case, I definitely see some of the better players out there getting the nuke during the beta, and then of course all the answers will start flooding in. But the leaks don't stop there. Although the nuke leaks are definitely the biggest of this batch and the core focus of this video in specific, we also got some more intel on how weapons will be approached in Modern Warfare, as it's been leaked that DLC weapons should be coming as a free DLC item for everyone. However, that's not entirely set in stone yet, as ultimately Activision has the final say on that one, and unfortunately here, knowing how Activision approaches its games, I'm not going to be surprised if DLC weapons are locked behind a paywall or loot boxes, aka
surprise mechanics.
I'll be disappointed, but definitely not surprised. Aside from that, we also know that weapon unlocks will be done through weapon levels, so earning things like attachments, for instance, will be done by leveling up your weapon like what we have seen in recent years, which is completely fine by me. I honestly don't know if I prefer weapon levels as the means for unlocking attachments, or the old school attachment challenges like what MW2 had, but regardless, weapon levels will be returning, and speaking of what MW2 had, Red Tiger, one of the most iconic weapon camos in all of Call of Duty history, is apparently returning this year, alongside plenty of other realistic camos as well. So don't expect any crazy donut or pizza camos this time around, as Infinity Ward has made it pretty clear that realism is a high priority all throughout the game. What I am kind of curious about though is how the ultimate camo, if there is one, is going to be approached. World War II had chrome camo, and that was probably the most realistic of the ultimate camos that we've seen, but honestly, with dark matter being out there, I feel like there is a pretty high standard for what that final major camo unlock should be, so I am kind of curious to see how exactly that is all going to play out. With all of that being said though, that is all of the latest leaks that we've seen surface regarding Modern Warfare, and that is effectively going to wrap things up for today. Which of these leaks has you guys the most excited? Let me know down in the comments below. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it would be much appreciated, and it also does really help out the channel. And if you are brand new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, ranging from news to leaks to updates and everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever a new video goes live. As always, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down below. And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.